Let me give you the rundown on what's happening today. PSP, prior repair attempt, gone wrong, spent 30 bucks on it, spent 30 bucks on this. We're gonna reshell it and fix it. Problems with the shell. Problems with things missing. These things, aftermarket shells. Sometimes of questionable quality. We're gonna find out if it's any good or if they're a waste of time. So as you can see, I've opted for the shiny silver version compared to this blue one. One of the main problems that we always face with these things is they don't fit back together as nicely as they should when you put everything together, and you've got to make adjustments. So if we encounter problems like that, that tool will come in very handy. So what we're working with. Go smooth as I like. Okay. Something's rattling around. What is it? A little part hiding in there which goes somewhere around here from memory. And that's enough dilly-dallying for now. Let's open this bad boy up and find out what other gremlins await us inside. Since this is someone else's prior repair attempt, I don't know the full extent of what's wrong in here. And if you are liking what you see so far, don't forget to hit that subscribe button down below. Like it, comment, whatever. Recently hit over 1,000. Thanks to you guys for the 1,000, and thanks to today's video sponsor as well, PCB Way. We're currently celebrating their 11th anniversary, but more on them later. Anyway, let's keep pulling this thing apart. Okay, ignore the background noise, but the 3D printer going, doing its thing, printing
dildos.
Remembering this is a prior repair attempt, they gave up for some reason. I think I've now found that reason. Let's check it out under the microscope. So it's actually a little bit hidden away. You'll see a little bit of thermal pad that I just brushed away there. There's all this corrosion hidden under that. So I guess they didn't find that. This is obviously going to cause problems. Let's clean it up and hopefully all good. Alright, so the old one's all taken apart again. Let's see how well this new shell goes together, and we will count every single defect we find along the way. Let me know in the comments down below if you think this new shell is going to be good or it's going to be dog shit. I'm going to start by taking off that UMD door and having a little comparison between the two. There's actually a black shell sprayed silver. Let's start putting the little nitty gritty pieces back into the shell. Keep in mind, this is my first time I've ever reshelled a PSP. Now, this is the first little board that I'm trying to shove in there. It kind of looks like that in the top right, and it lives down into that section in the left there. It isn't fitting. Goddamn first piece we're trying to put in, and it's already not fitting. Let's have a comparison between the two shells here. Top one, the new one, looks a little munted in that area. See how our board goes in nicely, and it doesn't goddamn fit in that one. Not a good start when the first piece doesn't fit. So now we're already going to have to get the grinding pan out and start adjusting this new shell. Alright, we've been grinding away at it. Let's see. Oh yeah, snug as a bug in a rug now. Look at that. Beautiful. Move on to the next bit then, shall we? Which is the little black cover that was hiding away in the battery compartment before. it sits over the top of that memory stick slot thing there. As you can see, we drop it on there with our little screw holes, but it doesn't sit flat. Let's compare to the other one again. Let's see the different height on that little screw hole pole compared to like the location pole thing next to it. And if you drop that one on, wow, look at that. It'll actually sit flat on there. So once again, second piece in, we're gonna have to get the grinding pen out. My screw pole has never been too long before. I've never faced that issue, so I'm a little jealous of this PSP having too much length, but I made sure I circumcised him. That's a weird thing to say. Anyway, let's keep going. I'm going to get the grinding pen on charge now because I've used it twice already on the first two bits. It's receiving quite the workout, and I really want to get the shell done in one go, preferably. Our little black cover fits perfectly now. And let's start screwing these bad boys in. Well, here we are for the third time, adjusting this shell so the pieces will fit back in place properly. Definitely not impressed by how it's gone so far. But I will continue to push on. Let's get this thing completely put back together. That long end of the spring inside the UMD door needs to slot into that part of the door so that when you open it, it actually springs out properly. This little yellow piece, I absolutely should have put this on earlier. That's on me. Now I'm going to struggle with it a bit harder. Clips onto the inside bit of the slidey bit from the power switch, and that'll line up to the actual power switch bit, so that when you slide it back and forth, it actually turns the console on and off. So we absolutely need that in. There we go. Struggled a bit, but I got there. I haven't seen a defect for a while, which has been good, and I'm just putting the last little subboard in now. So maybe 3 defects is all, but we'll find out soon enough. So let's crack on and finish this bad boy off.
Now I've run into a problem with the button flex cable. It slips out just like that. So I've got a new one. You can see the ends of them are different colors. That orange bit makes it thicker, so that when you plug it into the actual slot, connector, whatever you want to call it, it actually holds and you can't just rip it out like the other one did. That's now defect number 4, and probably going to be our last one based on what stage of the reshell we're at now. I guess all things considered, 4 is probably not too bad. It's also not really that great at the same time. I'll just give the screen a little bit of a blowy before I get that front shell on. As long as this front shell goes on alright, it's looking pretty good. I think 4 defects is going to be the limit here. Whack the battery in and the battery cover, so as long as these 2 bits fit, yes, they're alright. No more defects. 4 is the final number. Not great, not terrible, somewhere in between. I've definitely seen worse. Just like my sticker placement was just then. Alright, that's lined up a bit better. Let's get the little plastic screen protector piece off, and then she is ready for testing. Back together now, just before we test it. Quick word from our sponsor, PCBWay. They offer precision PCB manufacturing, fast turnaround times, and prices that won't break the bank. From prototypes to full-scale production, they've got you covered. Need assembly services or advanced options like flex PCBs? No problem. Plus, their expert support team is ready to help you every step of the way. Join the global community of innovators who trust PCBWay. Or check out their web store where you'll find weekly specials along with the best tools, toys, and merch. I'll leave a link in the description below so you can check them out for yourself. And now that it's all back together, let's pop the copy of Worms in there. The best PSP game ever invented, by the way. And let's see if this thing actually works. Turns on, which is a cracker of a start. And it's loading the game. I did fast forward a little bit there. Let's load into it, and while we're loading into it, we'll have a look around. On the outside, it's pretty decent, to be fair. Like, it's a nice, fairly even layer. The silver is good. And after making all the adjustments, everything does fit right. I do notice the corner piece around near where the headphone jack is a little bit rough and bumpy. Apart from that, I think everything else looked alright. So let's test all the buttons now, including the triggers and the little joystick. Yep, so far so good. I can move, I can jump, I can backflip into the wall, and I can blow myself up. So now, I'm going to blow up some other worms instead.
Hello, darkness, my friend.
Alright, now that we know it's all together and it all works, let's give it some sort of rating here. So, it's going to lose points because of the defects that I had to grind away, but apart from that, it comes with everything you need. It actually does go together and it does work well. It looks nice. So let's give it a 7 out of 10 all up.